Little victory smoke here. 1-0. And straight off the top, I got to say, we dodged a bullet there in terms of our keeper today. I thought Allison had one of his poor matches of recent memory. I mean, one too many close calls to where he blunders the ball in a different game with a different ref. Maybe they get a penalty there at the end. That's probably stretching it, but Allison was a little all over the place today in a few moments in the first half and second half. So, it got a little unnecessarily, and from my liking, nervous there towards the end. Villa started pressing, pushing, and could have gotten something. A couple little loose moments there, scattered moments there, and just good to see that we got out of it. I think you got to say it's a slight concern that it's the second game in a row that we create chances and then just don't take them. In a game like that, as many breakaways as we had, we should have finished that game off with a second goal. Stressed me out that game. Who's that? Mitch. What's up, Mitch? Yeah, that was towards the end there. It was stress. I mean, throughout the game, you could say it was stress because it's one of those games where chance after chance after chance we're not getting, and a team like Aston Villa, they're not one of the upper echelon teams, but they're a team with great spirit. And we know Gerard is a decent manager. He's made himself as a decent manager thus far. And he's instilled belief in that team. You better believe that. So, again, it's one of those games. Look, a win is a win, however you get it. Penalty, last second goal, whatever, I'll take it. But I got to be honest, there's a slight bit of concern. And again, maybe it's just two blunders and we get back to scoring goals. Look, for me, it's not about the goals we score. It's about getting the wins. But when you score so many goals and you create that many chances, you expect to see us take more than one chance. And again, those breakaways, we got to capitalize on those. We have got to capitalize on those because in a different game against a different team, we might not get that fortunate break. And Mings, I thought, or Miggs, whatever his name is, Tyrone Mings, I thought he had a pretty good game for them. And the commentators here, Beglin and the other guy, I forget, were saying, shouting him out, bigging him up, saying he could be a candidate for man of the match. But he's also very, very. He's a defender for me that has those moments, And when Salah got that ball, you just thought, as close as they kept with him today, at some point somebody was going to put a foot in, a leg in, and force him to the ground, and we get the pin. You just saw that coming, and it's not surprising that it was Tyrone Mings who did it. He's a bit of an absent-minded defender at times. So, look, I'm glad we got it. But I mean, for me, the takeaways is Matip. I think his sort of bread and butter, him slicing through the defense like that, it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, I don't know any other center back in football who does that on a consistent basis. Matip can take the ball and drive right through an opposing team's defense, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And that's an element, another attacking element that you can't really plan for. You can't really plan for. You'd think somebody would chop him down, foul him, stop him, but he's able to, with his long stride, just get through the defense and add another element of attack. Bringing Jota on, I thought was good. You saw that he was more or less a threat. The moment he came on, Milner comes on, puts the tackle in. That's what you want from Milner to come in. He missed the AC Milan game through suspension, which I didn't even realize. I was wondering what's up with Origi. Wasn't even on the bench today. It was a game where you always are going to consider Origi in a game like that where it's tight and you need a goal to win the game. Mitchell says, yes, I've never seen a defender do that. What he does when he breaks the midfield. It's crazy, man. And he does that at least, it feels like at least a couple times, few times a game. Or at least is capable of doing it. So that's another way. We talk about how good we are attacking from the edges and from the wings. And a lot of times we don't, in the past, we've thought about what can we do centrally. Of course, we have Thiago and things of that nature, but still Thiago's playing, in my opinion, still a role that is not always as attacking as you'd imagine. It's more of a recycling sort of position he's playing, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. So to have Matt to have that capability, that presence of mind to do that is really good. But I thought, Robinson was excellent today. I'm disappointed in him still not developing a right. But what did you make of Oxlade in the 97 and the 9? Yeah, that was interesting. Well, it's funny we say that because on paper when you see the lineup, it looked like he was in the 9. But a lot of times in the game, he was almost playing like a 10 role and just popping up in different patches. In my mind, from what I remember seeing in the game, he never really played a true 9. He wasn't playing a a Firmino or even a Jota, Origi role. He really wasn't. He was kind of just popping into little pockets, and I thought did pretty good. He seemed pretty disappointed to come off. Any footballer should feel that way. But I thought he did good for the time he was in there. But, Jota was the obvious change that I think a lot of us wanted to see. I personally would have liked to see him from the beginning, particularly if it's just a slight knock, as Dave LFC Chat said. Shout out to Dave LFC Chats. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a win. You get it how you can get it. It's going to be a tough season. We saw what happened with the Chelsea game. I'm looking at that score and watching those last few minutes. It got a little nasty there at the end. I didn't watch the whole game, so I really can't speak on it. But I'm thinking Leeds is doing us a favor getting a draw there, and then Chelsea get the penalty, and Jorginho's pretty much money from there. Was getting worried when Robbo started shooting. I disagree. I mean, I feel like he should do that more. I think he should do that more. I mean, look, you never know what a shot on target can do. A deflection, a ricochet, a mishap. I mean, I want to see Robertson, because Robertson has so many moments. Let's face it, where on that wing, particularly in this game, he had the whole field for him to do his business. And a lot of times he's more pass first, which cool, good enough. But I'd like to see him take more shots and use his right damn foot. I mean, damn. I mean, I know he's not Trent in terms of, yes, he can attack and move forward like Trent. But Trent, when he gets in those moments, he's ready to shoot. Trent was pissed off at Salah for not looking for him in that moment. But look, I've come to the realization, Mane too. Mane had a moment where he could have squared it to Ox. Look, these are our attacking players. They're going to be greedy. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I get Trent feeling like I'm wide open, pass me the ball, but this is what they do. They get a moment, particularly Mane, who hasn't scored in a while, feels like. He's going to take those chances. Lark says he should score more, but I swear I have a better shot. No, you're probably right. You're probably right. But again, take the shot, I think. Continue to take the shot. You never know what happens. But you're right. I don't disagree. Mitch says, and for Lark early on, he should have shot, and he crossed him on it. Yeah, I was furious. What a great angle. Yeah, it's incredible. Alta, what's up, man? Bro, it's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. We are way better than last season. I hope we get some trophy at the end. Yeah, same. We're doing what we got to do. We're doing what we got to do so far in this season. And again, in these moments, it's in these games, it's just about getting the win. We can talk about it after. We can talk about it during, whatever. At the end of the day, it's about getting the win, and I'm happy we got the win. But as I said earlier in the video and throughout the video, I am slightly concerned. And again, I'm hoping it's just two kind of blunders. I hate to call them blunders because we got the win. But it's two games where we create a plethora of chances like usual, but we can't kill the game off. Wolves is a slightly different game. We got the goal at the end, and that was pretty much it. But in this game, there were so many chances, and not even to mention the breakaways. You got to get some from that. Trouble Laker, haven't seen you in a while. Is this channel new? Never seen it before. No, I've been around for quite a while, man. I'm not as probably popular or hot as other channels, but I've been around for a long time, man. But welcome to the channel. YouTube has just allowed me to do live again, so I'm trying to do more of those when I can, instead of making videos and waiting for them to load and then not load and all that. So Mitchell says, are you confident in our depth with AFCON coming up? I'd be lying if I said I was. But I believe this team is built to go through that sort of adversity. This is a team, remember, who somehow, some way made it, and not only just the top four, but top three. We pipped Chelsea to top three. And we know how bad last season was. Now, last season, yeah, there was injuries. This season, you're missing two guys for what, 4 matches, something like that? Somebody let me know. I think, when does AFCON start? When is it over? How many games are we missing, Mane and Salah? So, yeah, I'm not ultra confident in us being able to cope with that necessarily. But I still believe that we will, because I just feel like, one, we have no choice but to. Two, I just feel like, look, these are the moments where other guys who are on the fringes and who are part of the bigger kind of squad, maybe not the first names, have a chance to step up and make their presence known. Who would I want us to buy in January? I don't know, man. I mean, the transfer stuff I don't really get into until there's some real strong links. I mean, I don't even know who's available, to be honest. And I also don't know if it's worth going for, top talent in an attacking way. Who, depending on them as a player, the playing. If you're just coming in for a few games like that, I just don't know. I don't know. That's my answer to that. Who's available? That's a better question. Who's available? Mitchell says, "Welcome, Trouble Lakers. Subscribe. It's a nice place for the Reds and other football fans to discuss the game." I appreciate that, Mitch. Obviously, Trouble Laker. That's up to you. And what you'll find out from me is I don't do the hit the like button, subscribe. People have free will. If you're interested, cool. If not, I appreciate you stopping by one way or another. I'm going to be here, as I always have been. HM says, Chelsea are getting results, but some of their performances are poor today versus Leeds and recently versus Watford. Hope City drops some points in the Boxing Days and we climb up top. Yeah, look, I mean, again, it's about winning the game. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Tuchel will be happy with that. However you got to do it, you got to do it. I mean, City weren't amazing today. I thought Wolves, I spoke about this at halftime, Wolves did a pretty good job against them. And it's unlucky how they conceded the goal there, the penalty. I mean, it's just really unfortunate. But it is what it is. It's the rule of the game. It looked a bit kind of up in the air for me. It looks like it hit the armpit of Moutinho. But, whatever. That's their business. That is what it is. That's their game. They got to worry about that. But I thought Wolves have been playing pretty well in the last couple of weeks. Well, in general. Particularly since they got their new manager, and in the last couple of weeks, I mean, playing the two top teams in the league, arguably in the world, those aren't bad results. I know it feels bad for them, but there's some positivity they can take from that. But yeah, exactly. That's a great point, Trouble Laker. I mean, keeping the clean sheets is good. Although today, again, as I said, our keeper was a little suspect. But look, whatever, we got the victory, and you're right, back-to-back clean sheets. That's good because we know we can score with the best of them most days. The last couple of weeks we've seen that we could have scored then, but we kind of shanked some of our chances. But to get the clean sheets is really good. And, again, there's some really nervy moments there towards the end. But look, we got through it. At the end of the day, the name of the game is winning, getting the 3 points. That's all we can do, control our own destiny. We can't really be that concerned with what Chelsea are doing or City's doing or the teams that are playing against them. Obviously, as fans, we're going to watch those results, look it up on our phone, whatever. Speaking of, what is it? Can somebody tell me who's in the UK? What is it about? Like, why is it that you all can't watch the games all the time? Or it's always like a stream you got to watch, like a dodgy stream. What is that about? I just find that crazy. I mean, here in the States, we can watch any game, on a plethora of different channels. That's just strange to me. That's never really been explained to me as to what that's about. Why it always has to be a stream out there instead of just every day you have the game. Particularly, I think even in the city of Liverpool, you can't watch your home team. That's weird. Like in the States, if you're from Chicago, whatever sports teams they have, better believe there'll be a easy way for you to watch it. So I don't know. That's just strange. I don't know. But Mitchell says 3 p.m. kickoff aren't televised. So encourage people to, and that's what I was thinking earlier. You go to Liverpool games because if you're fortunate enough to do it because you like to go to games. But I guess that's why that's more of a bigger thing because it doesn't come on TV. Think Chelsea would drop off? I think Chelsea are already dropping off. But again, they're picking up points when they can. So I think at the beginning of the season, you say those are the 3 teams. You still could say that. I don't want to totally sleep on Chelsea or throw them out of the group, but I still feel like it's top heavy with Chelsea and I'm sorry, with City and us. So anybody got shouts for man of the match? There's a few. A couple I can go through. I think Robertson I thought was good, although I have a couple concerns about some of the things he did today. But overall, I thought he was pretty good. Thought Matip was good. Mane in the first half was excellent. I thought really giving them a lot of work on that left hand side or their right hand side of the defense. Obviously, Salah could get the shout. Won the penalty. He converted the penalty. What about NBA? Is it a paid subscription or you can watch it for free? Well, same thing. So I live in Washington, D.C. So our local basketball team is, of course, the Washington Wizards, formerly the D.C. Bullets. And we can watch every game free. I actually live not even 10 minutes walking to the stadium, and I've been to a few games this season. But yeah, to watch, other teams, there's like an NBA League Pass. Even with American football, there's a NFL Network thing. You got to pay for it, of course. But if your local team, it's always free. And not even just your local team, on Sundays, there's at least 2 or 3, or overall 4 games that you can watch just on regular cable. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Sunday night and then the 2 or 3 games throughout the day, maybe 2 games throughout the day, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. I just think it's bizarre that you can live in a city and I know the guys say 3 o'clock kickoff, but that's just bizarre to me. I don't know. But again, everything's a hustle. Even for some of the channels we watch the games here in the States, you have to pay for the Peacock package. Today the game was on USA, which is just a basic cable channel. It's free. If you have Sling, you can get it. So the games usually go between USA, Peacock, and then NBC Sports, I guess. But it's a money grab everywhere, I guess. But it's just strange that your own city, the team you support, you can't watch, or even in your own country, being in the UK. Anyway, that's me for now, man. Look, we got the win. Most leagues sell their streaming rights. It's crazy money. Yeah. Mitch says I gotta go. I gotta go. Salah for getting us. Oh, for the man of the match. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with Salah. Anfield says it's all about keeping fans in stadiums. That's why we don't have televised 3 p.m. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I mean, but everybody can't go to the games, or can they? Is getting a ticket there quite easy? Is it quite inexpensive? I don't know. I mean, I get that sentiment. We want to push fans to go to games. I get that, but obviously not everybody can afford that. So I just think it's bizarre. I mean, anyway, I know it's all a money grab at the end of the day, so I get that. Good to see a decent turnout here tonight, guys. And for the new fella that dropped by, Trouble Lake, man, good to have you. Hope to see you again. And yeah, the rest of the ones who've been here from day one, much love to all of you guys. Up the damn Reds, and we get ready for the next one. See you next time. Let me read these comments. No, Kurt, it's a very old rule. It will be changed soon. People can't go to games generally. Yeah. Lark says, I think they worry it will affect attendances for smaller clubs. Yeah, good point. Enjoy your day, says HM. Appreciate you. Same to you. Peace. Thanks for the stream. Hey, don't thank me, man. Thank you guys. You're incredible. Trouble Laker says I'll subscribe. Cool. Appreciate that, man. See you guys. One love.